Trevor, first off, you're SEC champion. How does that feel?
Man, great, man. I mean, it's a real feeling. You know, you work all season for moments like this. Can't do nothing but appreciate it and be proud of the guys, man.
Walk us through that last play, man. Having Carson hand it off to you, knowing that he had went down, coming back in, just kind of what that meant.
I mean, it just shows his toughness. It just shows what it means to him. You know, it's great to have someone like that on your team and be the quarterback. He's a great leader. You know, it shows how much he loves the team.
This is obviously the thought when you came up from Florida. How does it feel to kind of get an SEC championship?
I mean, it feels great. I mean, I can't say there's many feelings that feel better, man. This is why you come to Georgia.
Trevor, when did you know that you were going to play?
I've been feeling pretty good. You know, we're just playing it safe. You know, just coming off an injury, you don't want to rush back into things. But I've never been a part of a game like this or something like this, and I wanted this one bad. It meant a lot to me.
You said you wanted to play in December. The juices were flowing pregame for you, but in a different kind of way.
I mean, definitely. Like I said, this is probably the biggest game of my life. You know, I've never been in I went to a state championship in high school, and I'm not happy with the outcome of the game. I won't say the score, but just to be able to win something like this is huge, man.
You said I want this one bad. You were really happy to play in this game. It's obvious why you wanted to, but tell us a little bit about your emotion in playing this and winning it as well.
You know, it's something you remember forever. I know y'all probably seen Dylan Gabriel, his interview, and he was like, "We chasing memories," and was like, and when he said that, it was like, man, I felt it. Like, I remember this forever. Like, no matter what happens, no matter how many more games I win, I remember my first SEC championship.
One of the things that your teammates have talked about a ton over the last couple of weeks is that this team is really resilient. How did this game prove that again?
I mean, you go down at halftime, last play you lose, starting quarterback, you know, they have every reason to quit. Everything's going wrong, but last week, the week before, something went wrong. You know, this team doesn't give up, doesn't give in, and that's probably one of the best qualities about it.
Trevor, how was Carson's handoff on that last one?
Great, perfect. He couldn't have done it better.
You saw that he goes down at halftime, and you know that there's going to be a lot more running attack involved. How do you kind of approach that? What mindset do you bring into that second half?
I mean, just really try to motivate guys. You know, just try to get Nate ready. You know, no telling how many carries he's going to get. Just try to keep a positive spirit throughout the locker room. Try not to let that affect our energy and let us get down on ourselves. Just try to focus on the positive.
How impressed are you with Gunner's ability to go in there? He's never played in an SEC game before, and there he is in the SEC championship game trying to play quarterback.
I mean, the way he prepares, man, I expect nothing less of him. You know, he comes in, work hard every day. You know, he's probably played this moment a thousand times at practice. Just tonight he was able to show the world what he can do. I'm just proud of him, man. Super proud.
Can you walk me through that game-winning touchdown and what those emotions were like for you?
I mean, it was crazy, man. So going, we run the play. Man, great blocking. I seen the back overrun it. I hit the backside. Man, then I'm just laying on the ground. I throw the ball up, and then everybody just was standing over me. Then they picked me up off the ground, and the last thing I can remember is everybody was just hitting my helmet. So I was trying to take it off, y'all stop. But man, this is a great feeling. You know, like I said, something I remember forever.
How important is it going to be to get a little bit of a bye here, a little blow with the way you guys are so banged up after this?
I mean, I feel like that's huge for us. You know, like I said, I just come back from an injury. There's a lot of guys that have nicks and bruises, so we want to get as healthy as we can to be our best moving forward.
What was it like for you being a spectator last week for 8 overtimes and then coming in here and finish it off in 1?
Oh my God, I was standing in front of the heater. It was a little cold, but I was like, oh my God, it's a nail biter. You know, you don't know what's going to happen, but like I said, this team never gives in, never gives up, and I was confident. I always felt that we were going to win from the start of the game.
Trevor, you dragged 3 Texas defenders across the goal line on your first touchdown. How did the ribs feel on that one?
I felt great. You know, adrenaline was running, adrenaline was pumping. Man, it felt great. Just able to be back on the field, it's no better feeling than that.
Have you ever been hurt that long, being out for a month?
I broke my leg in high school, freshman year, but in college, nothing serious like that.
Is it hard for you to sit out that extended time and just kind of be a spectator?
Definitely, because with a rib injury, it's really nothing you can do for it, but just time. So it's like, how am I supposed to just sit around and do nothing? I mean, like I said earlier, man, we get the play call, Carson hands off, perfect hands off, Best handoff of my life. And I hit it backside, man. Then everybody stormed the field. It was a great feeling. That's something I remember forever.
Did you win any championships in high school?
Nah, never. We lost in the state championship, but I'm sure somebody's going to find the score and post it. So I'll say it. It was like 50-something to 14. So it was a crazy game, but
What did
This was
Gunner
your-
show you guys in that?
This
that
was your
first
first game
half?
back since playing Ole Miss, and then to have close to 100 yards on the ground, and then the receiving yards as well, so over 100 all-purpose yards, and then the 2 touchdowns. Like, just explain what this game was to you.
I mean, it meant a lot, just being available for my team, doing what I can to help us win, no matter what it was, and I've been chasing that 100 yards game all season, man. I don't know what it is, but I want to give a huge shout out to the O-line. They played well, great tonight. That last touchdown doesn't happen without them.
What did Gunner show you on the first drive of the second half?
Man, just how confident he was. Just shows the preparation. Like, it goes to show, like, when he's taking reps, mental reps, he's locked in, he's paying attention. And that speaks volumes about him. Because he's not QB1, he could be down, but instead he takes advantage of the opportunities that he get. And I'm just glad that he was able to come out and help us get the win tonight.
When did you know that Carson was not going to be able to come out in the second half?
About halftime, midway through halftime, they told us, and we called Gunner up, got him in the middle of the offense, and was like, "We behind you. Like, come on, we need you. Let's go get it done."
What's it say about the resiliency of this team, knowing how the first half went? You turn around and turn it on there in the second half, find a way to win this game.
I mean, that's kind of been throughout this whole season, was find a way. It was one of the best things about this team. I remember when, like, one of the first games, I was like, after the Bama game, I said this. I was like, we never panic. I don't know if that's a good thing or it's a bad thing. And it turns out being good for us because no matter what the situation is, no matter what happens, I believe and I have complete confidence in this team.
Trevor, what is it about Texas? Over half of your rushing touchdowns this year came against Texas. 5 touchdowns against this team. I'm sure they would like to not see you again.
Man, I don't know, man. I said that after the game. I was like, I always have a good game against Texas, and I've only played them twice. So, man, I guess just the O-line. They played hard tonight, man. Texas has a great team, though, man. I looked at the scoreboard the one time, and I had -6 rushing yards. So you can't just say I just run over Texas because they did a great job, man.
Did you come to Georgia in large part, or how much part, to make the playoffs?
I mean, they played a part in it. Definitely wanted to compete in the bigger games, but, just appreciate these moments, just proud of the guys and proud of this team.
Jalen told me over there that this meant a lot. He said he wanted to win this for you because you weren't able to play in big games like this at Florida. So what did that mean to hear that pregame and to actually do it?
And like I said earlier, I wanted this one bad. Like a lot of these guys been to the SEC championship, the national championship. I've never experienced something like this. I told them about the bowl game we went to in Vegas, and they was looking at me crazy. So I was just like, man, I want this one bad. Like, words can't explain how much I wanted to win this game.
Before the final play, when did you notice Carson was back in?
Oh, no, he came in the huddle. I can't say what he said, but it was funny. Yeah, it was
You can't
funny.
say what he said?
Nah, I won't.
What was the tone of it?
Nah, he just like, let's get this, boys.
Now that you not only won an SEC championship, but now you're getting to play in the playoffs. So how does that feel?
I mean, great feeling. I mean, that also played a huge part of why I chose to come to Georgia. Just want to compete in these games at the end of the season. Just wanting to show the world what I can do at a high level.
And what can you say just about Gunner Stockton, the way he was able to step up and come in and do what he did tonight?
And Gunner is him. He's that guy, man. Gunner comes in and works every day, hard every day. So I like I said, I expected nothing less from him. Proud of him.
How are you going to celebrate tonight?
Nah, I'm going home. I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
You're hurting, just like bumps and bruises, nothing serious?
Nothing serious.
Okay.
Nothing serious.
How was the rib feeling?
Great.
Great?
Never better. I wish it felt like this a couple weeks ago. Man, I hated sitting down.
Trevor, people are going to look at the SEC. A lot of teams with 2 and 3 losses. I know you guys beat up on each other. Do you think it's fair when people say, well, there's a lot of teams that are sort of close, or do you think it just sort of shows the balance in this? I mean, you played these guys twice.
I mean, yeah, bro. I feel like this is the toughest league to play in. Just if you look around this league, a lot of us have losses to someone else in this league. And it's just like, I feel like with the portal, it's kind of even the league out. So it's so week to week. It's kind of like the NFL. I like to say, like you can be the best team, but it's all about who's the best team that night.
How important is it for you guys now to have this bye week?
Huge. give us some time to recover, to rest, physically and mentally.
I didn't have a chance to ask you, what did it feel like to be able to know that they trusted you to make that game-winning touchdown?
Man, it's great to have that trust from the team. It shows how much they trust me, and man, Coach Bobo, man, that's my guy. He came up to me after the game. Man, that was huge because we actually talk about stuff like this. I talk about it with Nate, before Georgia Tech. I was like, you're going to score the game winner, and we're going to watch it unfold. And it ended up happening. And it was just crazy to say it before it happened. Just watch it all unfold.
What did Coach Bobo say to you? What did Coach Bobo say to you?
Nah, he was just telling me how much he loved me, proud of me. I got my first one, and I love him too, man. Appreciate you, Coach Bobo.
What was it like scoring 2 walk-off touchdowns?
Nah, it was crazy, man. 2 walk-off touchdowns. It was crazy, man. You don't get caught up in those moments. What you get caught up in is to celebrating those touchdowns, what those touchdowns mean. It's a huge win tonight. I'm just glad to be able to say I was a part of it.
And knowing what you've been talking about, how much this moment meant to you, what was it like being a part of that and being the one that won it for your team?
It's surreal, man. It's really give credit to the O-line. I wouldn't say I won it for the team because how many people did I block on that play? So it's just like, man, thanks to those guys. Love those guys, man. I owe them something. I got to give them something nice.
The portal has worked for you. What advice would you give other guys as the portal starts to open this week?
Really just weigh your options, just like a lot of people get into the portal and think about the positives of the place. But think about the negative side also, because the grass ain't always green on the other side. But the portal has been great to me. And I just say, man, just weigh your options, just go in the portal with a plan, try not to be in there too long, and just use it to your advantage.
Trevor,
rather than
what do you think about round 3 between these two teams? You see them again in the playoff, you guys in Texas.
I'm sure it'll be a great game. Like I said, they have a great defense, great offense, explosive. They play high caliber football. They played it all season. So I'm sure it'll be another great one.
All right, thank you, Trevor. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
All right.